Hi everybody, a very warm welcome to all of you on this channel. I am going to talk about a very critical skill in the clearing of civil services examination, which is about answer writing. I know there are many videos about answer writing, mains answer writing, and students are running from pillar to post to collect this information that what a good answer is like. And in this process, they have been guided, misguided, confused at times with what answer writing is about. And in the end, they all invariably end up writing some class notes or some textbook material. My years of experience into answer writing, essay writing as a GS teacher, as an optional teacher, I have realized that answer writing is all about you being able to convey to the examiner that you know the world of the question. And you are the person who can pass it on to the examiner in such an effective manner that he knows that you are a wise person. Your answer is your signature. And if you're able to give that signature to the examiner and he's impressed by that, he's surely going to give you such marks which will take you to the highest rank. And when I say impressed by that, I am not saying that let us impress him wrongfully by doing freak things. It is about doing very simple things. So this initiative, which you have probably come to watch because of its curious title, Answer in Just One Sentence, or because you are part of that Telegram group who is writing answers every day, which the channel will be told to you. And if you are either of them, I would be talking about how to write answer in just one sentence. Yes, there is a query, a thought might be coming in your mind, sir. In the examination, we are going to write answers for around 200 words, 250 words, maybe 150 words. What's good that we are just talking about one sentence? I want to tell you, this one sentence is going to be the crux of the entire answer. This one sentence is going to guide the entire answer for you as well as the reader. And there will be times I am planning to put 20 such answers in front of you in this lecture series. This is the first in that, and I've taken a very easy question there. And in these 20 answers, I will be either using one sentence or two sentences to convey the entire world of the question to the examiner. So I would invite you to stay, listen to this, don't just fast forward and see what is happening. There is a process in which you will be initiated, there are steps, and towards the end there will be samples which will really show you that what a good answer is. And that one sentence, I know you're waiting for that, so give me 5 minutes, and in those 5 minutes I am sure that I am going to show you on the slides that what that good answer would be. So to begin with, I want to tell you that if we are talking about an answer, there are 3 stages in which we should be discussing about them. So first stage is understand the question. If you don't understand the question, if you don't have the world of the question, what are you going to convey to the examiner? So first of all, answers are not written in a hurry. In fact, I've seen so many students seeing that in this answer writing initiative, for which the details have been written right in the ticker, that there is a teacher evaluating, because nowhere the teachers are evaluating. That is some student groups, they are even charging money for evaluation, and I'm saying that just because a teacher is evaluating, let me write something. No, please don't do that. Understand the world of the question. If you've not understood it, it is difficult. And what is the world of the question? The keywords, the key concepts which will help you generate ideas for that. If you've not understood it, you will not be able to generate pertinent ideas. And once this work is done, then magic will happen, because then you will be able to create the whole world of the question in just one sentence. And today, I'm going to show you how a single sentence can really lead your answer, can really show the examiner and tell you that how an answer can be made very powerful and effective. The third stage, I will be showing a full answer. So not just that one sentence, but based on that sentence, a full elaborated answer. In fact, not one, there will be 2 samples which will show what is the best answer. In fact, before I show you the best answer, I would also show you what commonly people write. And you would very well able to see that how errors are coming in and how people are writing almost similar answers and are getting almost similar marks and are getting almost similar results, just falling short of selection. Will this help the students who are writing prelims or mains? Well, you cannot clear the examination if you don't clear both these levels. And I also want to tell you, to understand the question, it is the most important thing, both prelims as well as mains. So today, in this first lecture, I have deliberately taken a topic which would be easily adaptable for all. I have not taken a very technically challenging question. I have just taken a short note, and my question is, write a short note on biodiversity. Come on, sir, UPSC is not asking such questions nowadays. Absolutely not. Yes, I agree. But I am saying that if we know the first step, can we capture this within one sentence? That's also a very big challenge. In fact, on the Telegram group, when I put this question, there were so many people sending me message that biodiversity is an important topic in environment, sir. We know so much about it. What should we write in this answer? People who just come out of curiosity on this channel listening to this video, think about it for a minute. You know a lot about biodiversity. What will you include in this? For that we need keywords, but there is only one keyword, biodiversity. That's all. And we know a lot about it. How do we handle such questions? And I want to tell you, if biodiversity is not coming, that's okay. In science and tech, they are putting certain terms. They are talking about biomagnification. What is biomagnification? Explain bioremediation. Explain ozone formation. So what is it? So everything. Such short notes are asked, but yes, in less number nowadays. So the first level, I think all the students are beginners. Some of you are advanced. You've given the main examination. Let us see how challenging you can take this answer to be. So when we get, so this is for the query of all the students who asked me, sir, what do we write? I have so much to write. When you get an open-ended question, you are supposed to ask, sir, all aspects of it. And what are the aspects? What is biodiversity? Where is biodiversity? When? What time frame are we talking? Why and how biodiversity is the way it is? Oh, sir, this though I know, this is very easy. No. I am not saying you're going to write in this sequence. In fact, if you write in this sequence, this is a school child answer. This will be a very big blunder and you won't get marks. I just said that these are the issues. This is the world of the question which you need to capture in one sentence. I know you are eager to find out what that one sentence is. But first, I said, first is understand the question and generate ideas. So what is biodiversity? You know that it is all diversity found on the planet. You know there are different levels of it. At micro level, it is genetic, and at macro level, it becomes species and ecosystem. You know about that. Where is biodiversity? You have some idea that there are certain areas like rainforests which have very high biodiversity. You've heard of coral reefs which have high biodiversity. You know some latitudinal belts have low biodiversity. Deserts will have low. So that aspect also has to come. So I'm not asking just write 5 paras and write what, where, when, why, how. Many people are doing that. In fact, many teachers and books and guides and mentors have done this. It's dangerous. So think about it. When? So when should we talk about biodiversity? The biodiversity started when life started. So should I be talking about when life started, or should I be interested in today's answer, today's biodiversity concerns? I want to tell you the golden rule of good answer writing is a good answer is always contemporary. Contemporary means floats in present. So if I have to choose a when, I can choose from 3 billion years ago or when Earth started, but a good answer will be today. So 2020, I know the decade of biodiversity is coming to an end. 2020, I know that Aichi targets are there. 2020, I know that sustainable development goals are there. I know that the biodiversity is going down at a very dangerous rate. This is where I would want to talk about. The world is talking about restoration and conservation of biodiversity. This has to go in the answer. Why and how? So why does biodiversity increase somewhere? Or why is it important? Why is it important for me, for you? What is its significance? That should come under why. And how does biodiversity spread? What processes lead to its decline? That is what will come in how. Again, a reminder, please, please, please. I never said go in the sequence of what, where, when, how, and why. These will not even be the headings. This will be a school answer if you start writing that. So we will be looking at that one sentence, but the only intention is at the first stage, you must respect the question, you must understand the whole world of the question, then only you can create that world in a single sentence. If you don't understand it, trust me, it will not happen. Sir, can it happen that any time I can make that sentence? No. It will take some practice. So that is why there will be 20 such answers. Look forward to that. Again telling you, if you've not subscribed to this channel, subscribe to this channel. It will help you. The Telegram initiative which is being mentioned over there, all the answers are reaching over there and they are getting evaluated. Absolutely free of cost. There are people who write to me that I paid 3,000 rupees, 8,000 rupees to this initiative. It's been 6 months, 1 year. They promised nothing is getting evaluated. My money is also stuck. And who is evaluating? Some students are evaluating. Here, I will be looking at that. But I know you've been waiting only for one thing. And what is that? One single sentence. So what is that sentence? Let us see. The screen goes a little slow. What is that single sentence? So what is that single sentence? Before I come to that sentence, I am asking you, what should that single sentence do? You want to get that sentence. If I write that sentence, you will get that and then you will say, what good is it? It has to do something. There is a purpose of that sentence. Number one, it should tell the reader or the evaluator that you are wise. You are wise, you are mature, and you have understood the whole world of the question. That's the first thing. Please get this, any question, not only just a short note on biodiversity. If your sentence is able to convey this to the examiner that I am reading a wise answer, because he's tired of reading lousy answers. Majority answers are confused. Majority answers fail to understand the scope of question. But if he gets this, then that's a very big breakthrough. He is almost about to come on your side. And if you do the second thing, if you make his life easy, because he's tired of evaluating, he's bored of evaluating, if you make his life easy, that this one sentence gives the glimpse of entire answer, magic is done. He is on your side. He is going to bat for you. He's going to give you marks. So, but what is wise? This is a very big word. And how do I give a glimpse? So, what is wise? Let us see. Wisdom will come from what way you look at the sentence, what way you look at the question. Well, most people try to start this answer with definition. I will also show you that. But people with wisdom will not start with a definition. In fact, many coaching institutes are insisting, पहले क्या करो, definition लिखो. हर बच्चा definition लिख रहा है. Every child is writing definition, and as a result, all answers are getting dull, drab, and people are so afraid. So many wrong ideas given over there that everybody wants to define. They have not asked us to define. In fact, because this is a short note on a technical term, you can define, but there are certain questions you should actually not define. It is actually a waste of words. It is actually letting down the examiner. So definition should not come. And not only definition, there are so many things. Historical background. Some students have been given this, that whenever a question is to be there, start a story starting from pre-Cambrian time, since the earth was born, and the Rigvedic time. Not needed. I said good answer floats in the contemporary times. Data, start throwing data at the examiner so that he dies. Give him surprising facts and freak idea. Examiner ko hila dalo. Nahi chahiye. Simple yet powerful. Simple yet powerful is the mantra. So many students I have trained and they've just kept that and they've been in the record scorers. Record scoring students. Sir, how do I give a glimpse? So for glimpse, you need to learn how to summarize your ideas. All the ideas which you've thought of, they must be summarized. So we will be summarizing, we will be looking at that element also coming in this. And I want to tell you, if you have the summary in that sentence, it will help you as well as the examiner. Both of you will be guided to get what the right answer is. I know I have asked you to wait, and thank you for waiting and being in this process. The time has come to show you what the sentence is. So please consider the following sentence, but don't be in a hurry. Read it, digest it, and wait for more. What do you wait for? Samples. What common students write and what extraordinary answers are. Question is biodiversity. Sir, please give the statement. We are waiting. Ab dikha do. Itna mat karo. Aa gaya. One of the most vital concerns of human civilization in the present times is the conservation and restoration of biodiversity. Kya sir, this question is not about conservation and restoration. You are writing it. What's the point? I didn't like this sentence. Hello, I said, read it, digest it. Don't be in a hurry. Let me read it again. One of the most vital concern of human civilization in the present times is the conservation and restoration of biodiversity. I have created a context, a wise context in the present time that there is, but I have to tell what it is. So it continues, biodiversity, a comprehensive term for the great genetic diversity, variability and abundance of species scattered around the planet. Sir, okay hai, matlab, no. You've not digested it. Be one with it. I will break it up, don't worry. I know you want to see what is good in this. Remember, I am an evaluator. All of you want your evaluation feedback. You want to see, sir, what was wrong in my answer. I want to show you what is good in an answer. If you understand that you are in the shoes of an evaluator, you can be your own evaluator that day. So let's see this. One of the most vital concerns of human civilization in the present times is the conservation and restoration of biodiversity. So I have taken the context in present. My answer, I could have started with some old time that biodiversity has existed since. I have chosen today's time. And I'm saying most vital concern for human civilization today is something called as saving of biodiversity. But I want to tell you, Mr. Examiner, that biodiversity is a comprehensive term. It is not just a definition, it's a big thing which talks about the great diversity. So I am answering what? Variability and abundance of species, where? Scattered all around the planet. I don't know whether you saw it or not. The context here is going to signify the wise aspect of the writer. Sir, aren't we deviating from the topic? Am I deviating from the topic? I am in the very first sentence. The question is on biodiversity. I have defined it. I have created a concern for it. I have told that it is scattered all around the planet. Is this a summary? I am saying that it is a comprehensive term. That means there are many aspects to it. There is diversity, there is variability, there is abundance. That's what I am talking about. I know you want to see what will be the full answer. So people who are just curious and sat down for curiosity, this is one sentence. I know you are like, arey yaar, mera sentence isse better hai. Let me show you what are the sentences you people write. So everyone, I am going out of the screen. Let us see this sample, an ordinary answer. Normally students, what kind of answers they are submitting? Let me read it for you. You just saw a wise answer. Now let's look at this answer. Biodiversity refers to the variety of life forms on earth. It includes variety of levels of gene species. 2 times repeated the same sentence. Variety of life, variety of level. Biodiversity is a concept that highlights significance of variety rather than 3 times variety. Why? Because you are not clear where the nail is and you are hammering all around it with the similar thing. Biodiversity is key to ecological human being on earth. Its significance can be understood as follows. So he wants to start with significance, ecological significance. Well, it will come in the answer somewhere. Do you think that this should be the first point? If you think, please see another answer. Another answer is absolutely the same. This fellow also starts from biodiversity. Today is 13th May. These answers were submitted yesterday. On the Telegram group initiative, which I told you, students keep on submitting answers daily. I keep evaluating them as much as possible. I have a lot of teaching assignments. Being the director at ALS, I have to take all my classes, but I make sure that this initiative keeps on going so that people benefit out of it. So let me read this. The variability among living organisms forms are all sources, including terrestrial, marine, other aquatic ecosystems. They are part of, he's just defining reasons for biodiversity. 4 billion years ago of evolution, and single cell was there, then photosynthesis happened, then eukaryotes came, then multicellular. See, the choice is yours, my dear friends. The choice is yours. The choice is absolutely yours. You've just looked at the answers. आपके पास वो single sentence भी है. One of the most vital concerns for human civilization is, in the present times, is conservation and restoration of biodiversity, a comprehensive term. Okay, sir, I think this sentence is good, but how will I write the full answer? How do I expand it? Now you're talking big things. Now you're talking good things. Let me show you how to expand this. For a minute, everyone, let us see this. You've been patient. Thank you for being patient. Would you want to be an evaluator? Somebody writes this answer with the same first line. One of the most vital concerns of human civilization in the present times is the conservation and restoration of biodiversity, a comprehensive term for the great genetic diversity, variability and abundance of species. After that, the person continues with that because he was defining, he shows 3 levels of biodiversity. So the question what is answered without writing anywhere what. And then he says the richest source of biodiversity are found in tropical rainforest. Very beautifully illustrated, good diagrams. These diagrams give visibility to your answer. You should have diagrams. If you have questions on environment, if you have questions on geography, I would say that you can go for maps. Not everywhere maps are needed, but you should for such questions. So he's talked about biodiversity, southern hemisphere, northern hemisphere, great in tropics, coral areas. Then he goes further and he talks about their intrinsic value, that means significance. And beautifully he's used a flow chart, provisioning, regulating, cultural. This is something called as ecological services. Good answer, good answer. Then he goes further that Earth's biodiversity is in grave danger. There is extinction happening, but anthropogenic activities have caused this extinction. And then he uses a pie chart using IUCN data to show what is happening. And with climate change, things are happening. However, as the scope and impact of biodiversity loss is now better understood, various types of initiatives are there. So in the end, he also informs us what is conservation, what are the global efforts in that, and what is in the end. He also gives an example, Convention on Biodiversity. Can you write these answers? The challenge is, reading an answer is very easy, commenting on that is easy. Can you write that? And I'm not stopping at that. Let me show you another breathtaking answer with the same sentence. One of the most vital concern of human civilization in the present time is the conservation and restoration of biodiversity, a comprehensive term for the great genetic variability scattered around the planet. 2011-20 was the UN Decade of Biodiversity, and 21 to 30 was UN Decade of Restoration. And very beautifully, the basic study of biodiversity concerns, number 1, so very good use of heading, types of biodiversity. So the person has written the types of biodiversity. You can see genetic biodiversity, species biodiversity, ecosystem biodiversity, and good diagrams. Previous person was using pie charts, tables and all that, and this person is using diagrams. So very good. Let's go to the next page. Importance of biodiversity, economic, social. This person has not used the flowchart. This person has just used headings. Absolutely okay. Distribution of biodiversity. This person has also used distribution and some other way. This person has used geographical realms. Ecosystem payment services. Sir, I don't know this much. Well, that's where I said maturity will come. Maturity will come. First, we have to know the world of the question. Then only we can play with it. And this person says, the loss is happening. The loss is 100 to 1000 times higher than the background of extinction. UNEP is telling us this. IUCN has said this. Whatever the losses are, they are very beautifully shown on this map. You can very well see them. In the end, the person goes into restoration and biodiversity also. Do we get that? And further, the conservation and restoration of biodiversity in situ, ex situ, and the person ends with a very mature sentence of protection, REDD plus Aichi targets and other globally rule-based established frameworks. Amazing answers. You have to respect them. And I challenge all the people who are listening to this, who are a part of this video, can you write these answers? If you can write these answers, we're waiting for you on this platform. Let's see you writing them. Talking about them is easy. And I also want to tell you, sir, would it not be, like if everybody is writing like this, would it not be similar? No, nobody is writing like this. Think about creating that sentence. Every sentence will be unique. In fact, I want to show you the answer written by these people without using this sentence. So the same person writes this answer, write a short note on biodiversity, and this answer, the first para is, the major growth of biodiversity can be traced back to Cambrian period, 550 million, Paleozoic era, and it got its established definition in UNEP 1992. Now I told you there's so many people who are trying to throw a fact, a strange freak idea to gain the attraction of the examiner. I want to tell you the examiner will be attentive to you. He will respect you if you are able to generate wisdom in that. Don't try to unnecessarily throw something which will freak him out. Not necessary, because उसके बाद किया क्या? उसके बाद तो आपने define ही किया ना. उसके बाद फिर आपने define किया the variability among this. I think compared to this one carried a lot of maturity, and the examiner will sit in respect. That I have been getting such lousy school kid answers. This person has some maturity. That's what we are looking at. I hope you can see some respect coming on in this answer, this sentence which you felt was a sentence which anyone can write. I want to tell you, not everyone can write this. And this cannot happen without practice. So practice, get evaluated, get questioned. All the students who are a part of that answer writing Telegram group, I hope you also got ideas. I know I have given individual feedbacks. I know some of the answers are still unevaluated. So yesterday you had submitted, it is a 24-hour deadline in which you have to submit, and then I take my 1 day to check. So I am in the process, but I thought that this will help you. The samples which you have given, these are samples collected from the Telegram group only. 2 students have written this. These are not bad answers, but I am saying they will not be the best answers, because if everyone starts giving these definitions, the answers will not leave an impact. I just want to tell everyone that a powerful answer writing is a creative and purposeful act. It is not about copying. It is not about some dictations. Somebody called me from Punjab and he said, sir, I've just started preparing for the examination. I have no clue about this exam. So can you give me the previous year's question, ready-made answers, so that I can mug them up and use them? At least that will give me some idea. Now this is what we used to do in our schools and universities. We passed by the guidebooks. UPSC is not going to go by those guidebooks. In fact, answer writing begins where the textbooks end, where the class notes end. I hope you are wise enough to realize that this is your attempt. This is your way to reach your dreams. So I hope you appreciate and benefit from this discussion which I've had. I would also strongly request all of you to participate in this answer writing initiative, get benefited from it. The details of it will be coming in the slide that follows. And if you really liked this video, if it is going to bring some change in you, please share it with people who can benefit from it. There's so many people deprived of this and they're just getting wrong information. And I would also want you to give comments. I know right now your answer writing itself is so compromised, at times you don't know how to write. I want to tell you, writing in itself is one of the biggest challenge. Speaking is easy. Think of a child. Child learns to speak first, write later on. So writing is a persistent effort. It comes slowly, gradually. But yes, if you know what is to be done, if you know that it is about your wisdom, it is about your signature, you would try to achieve that rather than mindlessly just putting some ideas. I have seen model answers from various coaching institutes saying start with definition. Whatever term is there, define, define, define. Those are dead answers. I want to tell you, thousands of people are writing mains, and those thousands of people have gone to these coaching institutes and they are just writing definitions. Not needed. Maybe a technical term like biodiversity, Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, There you can. Cryogenic engine, there you can define. No doubt, there you will have to define. But questions are on analyze, questions are on examine, questions are on whatever is happening to the poverty scenario in the country, economy of the country, polity of the country, the debates on judiciary. Who's going to define? Are you going to define the Supreme Court? Are you going to define the president and his selection procedure? Why? Why? That's not needed. So I know you wise people, and let's try. And the try can be in the comment box. Please write whatever you feel like. Write whatever you feel like. That is encouraging for me also, because creating these answers, running these initiatives takes a lot of effort. So that encourages me that the students are benefiting from it. So please comment on this. If you like it, like it. If you have some suggestions, remember there will be 20 such answers which I will be discussing with best model answers and also ordinary answers which students are writing. You choose where you stand. You choose where you stand. So please subscribe to the channel and be sure that you get all the notifications on that, and please send it across to all possible so that the service continues for all. Thank you all for listening to me so patiently and giving your important time. I hope I made this time useful for you. The details are given on the slide. You can take all these details. There is a Telegram channel on answer writing, that is there. Success Space is the channel you are listening to right now. And for Geography Optional, there is another Telegram channel which is called Geography with Sachin Sir. Thanks a lot for being here. It was such a pleasure. Bye-bye.